Good evening. My name is Dominic Saltrud. I'm a consultant liaison engineer for the Connecticut Department of Transportation, currently with BL Companies. I would like to welcome you to the virtual public information meeting for the Connecticut Department of Transportation Network Infrastructure Upgrade Phase 4, DOT project number 300-215. On the first slide, I will direct your attention to the project email where questions can be submitted even after this presentation to seamus.flannery@ct.gov. There's also a phone number where you can submit questions, 860-817-9246. Please leave a voicemail at your leisure with your question, and also please reference DOT 300-215. If you're listening to the Zoom tonight, you should use the project email or the voicemail, or you can actually access it through the Zoom question and answer. The agenda for tonight's meeting is as follows. The opening remarks, which I just provided. We'll get through some Zoom how-tos. We'll talk some Title VI civil rights options. We'll show the project team. The project team will provide a project overview, and then we'll open it up to question and answer. To view captions and subtitles in Zoom, you can click to show captions on the bottom of the screen. You can click and click the speaking language that you would prefer. It's shown in item 3 to the right-hand side. You can select that language. Closed captioning, including non-English translation options, are also available on YouTube after this event. When we open up to question and answers, you can select the Q&A tool at the bottom of your Zoom webinar window. The Q&A window will open as seen on the right-hand side of this slide. Please type the question in the text box and click enter. If you want audio only participate, dial *9 to raise and lower your hand. In terms of Title VI civil rights, no person shall, on the basis of race, color, or national origin, be excluded from participation or subject to discrimination in the development of this project. On the screen, there's a voluntary post-meeting survey for demographics that we would appreciate you fill out. That information is at https://portal.ct.gov/CTDOT survey, or it'll be on the QR code that you see on the screen. Civil rights information can also be obtained through https://portal.ct.gov/DOT/office-of-title-6-page. This information is also found on the website for the project. A recording of this presentation will be posted to YouTube after the event. Again, closed captioning, including non-English translation options, are available on Zoom and on YouTube. To reiterate the notice to the public, the Connecticut Department of Transportation, CTDOT, operates its programs and services without regard to race, color, and national origin in accordance with the Title VI of the Civil Rights Act. Any person who believes she or he has been aggrieved by any unlawful discriminatory practice under the Title VI may file a complaint with the Connecticut Department of Transportation. This information can be found in this notice as well as on the DOT website. And for our alternate speaking languages, we provide it as well. With that, I'd like to introduce the team. I'll start with Rich.
Good afternoon. Good evening. Rich Jankovich, Rail Administrator.
Hello, everybody. My name is Seamus Flannery. I'm the supervising engineer at the Office of Rail, and I am the DOT's project manager on this project. And with me tonight is Chetra Hang.
Good evening. My name is Chetra Hang. I'm a Transportation Engineer 3 with the DOT Office of Rail, and I'm lead project engineer for this project. That's all from the DOT side, so I'll pass it off to our design consultant, STV, Sergio.
Good evening. My name is Sergio Martinez. I'm with STV. I'm Senior Program Manager, and we're in charge of preparing this design for the Connecticut DOT. Now I'll begin with the presentation. So this project is the fourth and final phase of an ongoing program to upgrade the network infrastructure of Connecticut's Metro-North Railroad New Haven Main Line and the New Canaan and Danbury branch lines. The goal of this program is to upgrade the closed-circuit television system at 15 Connecticut passenger station platforms and the Cos-Cob Bridge. Phase 4 includes 5 westernmost stations on the New Haven line, 4 stations on the New Canaan line, 6 on the Danbury branch line, and the Cos-Cob Bridge. It will also include connecting essential railway operations equipment to the overhead fiber backbone at numerous sites along the entire New Haven line and the New Canaan branch line. Slide. Okay. The stations included are highlighted here. It includes the 5 westernmost stations on the New Haven Main Line: Greenwich, Cos-Cob, Riverside, Old Greenwich, and Stamford. The 4 stations on the New Canaan branch line: Glenbrook, Springdale, Talmadge Hill, and New Canaan. And the 6 northernmost stations on the Danbury branch line: Wilton, Cannondale, Branchville, Reading, Bethel, and Danbury. As you can see here, Merit 7 along the Danbury branch line is not included. This station was recently rebuilt and the security cameras were included under that project. Slide. Shown on this map are the fiber drop locations. Generally, there will be fiber drops at the stations on the branch lines and the New Haven Main Line to handle the new cameras. Also, drops will be added continuing east along the New Haven line to connect substations, interlockings, and motor-operated disconnects. Slide. Shown here is the New Canaan station camera layout. This is typical for all the stations. The design intent of this project is to provide security camera coverage to the platforms as well as stairways. There are 3 types of cameras that will be installed under this project. Fixed cameras: the field of view is defined, the camera does not move. Pan, tilt, zoom: the camera can move left, right, up, down, and zoom in to capture a specific area. And multi-sensor and 360-degree cameras: they capture a 360-degree field of view around the camera. Slide. Shown here are several pictures of the different mounting details. Their use depends on the existing conditions. The first are the pendant-style pole mount cameras. This is used when the support needs to be extended out to capture the proper field of view. The second is also pole mounted, but it is a gooseneck style. And the third is a canopy mounted camera. Slide. The other piece of this project is the installation of fiber optic cable. This is a key element to the communications infrastructure. There are 3 different aspects to this installation: station drops, substation interlocking drops, and backbone extension. Station drops will connect the backbone to the stations, where we will be installing cameras, allowing for the transmission of the camera images. Substation and interlocking drops will connect the backbone to numerous locations along the New Haven line for operation and monitoring of equipment. Slide. The backbone is a 144 fiber cable. On the New Canaan branch, it will be extended from Springdale to New Canaan. This will allow for current and future connections to the main communication system along this line. In most cases, it will be installed on existing structures, wood poles and catenaries, although some existing wood poles will be replaced in kind. Extensions of the backbone are not required on the New Haven and Danbury lines, as this was installed under previous projects. Slide.
Very good. Thanks. That concludes the presentation portion of tonight's program. Now we will transition to question and answer portion of the program. You can submit questions multiple ways, the first of which being in the Zoom Q&A chat, as we explained at the beginning of this presentation. Secondly, by phone, by dialing 860-817-9246 and leaving a voicemail, remembering to state project number DOT 300215, or by email to seamus.flannery@ct.gov, seamus.flannery@ct.gov. All of this information is available on the project website, which is https://portal.ct.gov/portal/DOT 300-215. I will mention at this time, as we're gathering information and questions, the comment period for this project is extended through April 11th of 2024. I will go with question number 1 at this time. Question number 1 states, will there be tree clearing or removal as part of this project? And I will pose that question to the design group.
Yes, Sergio Martinez will answer that. That's me. No, there will not be tree clearing or removal. There may be selective tree trimming to facilitate the fiber optic installation.
Again, as we're gathering questions that are coming into us, we'll reiterate another aspect of the project. No person shall, on the basis of race, color, or national origin, be excluded from the participation or subject to discrimination in development of this project. After this meeting, there's a voluntary post-meeting survey that can be performed. You can find that at https://portal.ct.gov/CT-DOT survey. And the civil rights information for this project can be found at https://portal.ct.gov/DOT/business BUSINESS/office-of-equity/title-vi-page, PAGE. And we did have a question and answer come in on the Q&A from the public. How does this project benefit commuters at the stations that are getting the cams? That's the first half of the question. Second half of the question, how does the fiber optic tech benefit them? Again, I'm going to read it one more time. How does this project benefit commuters at the stations that are getting the cams? I would imagine cameras. Second, how does the fiber optic tech or technology benefit them? And I would mean that's the commuters.
Okay, Sergio Martinez again. This benefits the commuters because it provides a safer and more secure station. Less crime. More than likely would happen when people know they're being watched and protected, and also for investigative purposes after the fact. The fiber optic benefits them because that's the backbone on which all the camera system and the images travel on. So it's being upgraded to state of the art.
Okay.
I'll jump in though too. Hi, Seamus Flannery, Connecticut DOT. The fiber optic also benefits the railroad as a whole, just having increased connectivity of the various railroad operation systems, in addition to the security system.
Perfect. Again, as we're formulating more questions as they come in, I would remind you that you can also do them by email if you're streaming live on YouTube at seamus.flannery@ct.gov, by phone 860-817-9246. You want to leave a voicemail there. You want to make sure you include DOT 300-215. That's the project number. Again, if you're broadcasting and calling in tonight on Zoom, you can type into the Q&A on the Zoom link. We do have another question that just popped up. Are there any other anti-crime measures that will be part of this initiative? We'll look to the group for an answer on that. Seamus?
Yeah, Seamus Flannery again. So as part of this initiative, pertaining to this program and this particular project, being the last phase of the program. This is the extent of the security measures, but the department does take anti-crime very seriously, and there is an increased focus right now on additional measures. But no, in this project, this is what we're doing.
Perfect. When we're waiting for another question to come in, I do want to talk about the project webpage. A lot of information can be found on that webpage, https://portal.ct.gov/DOT 300-215. The department has done a wonderful job of breaking down the drawings by the separate cities and towns that are affected along both the main lines and the spur lines within this project. I will also take this opportunity. Obviously, the comment period is open tonight, but it's also open all the way till April 11th. Plenty of time, April 11th of this month or next month, apologies, to get your questions in and get them answered by the authorities in this project. At this time, I'll take another question. How many cameras per station will be installed? The question is, how many cameras per station will be installed? And one of our people is going to take that one. Just make sure you unmute before you answer the question.
Hi, yes. So on average, we have about one camera every 80 feet on the platforms, and then also cameras looking back and forth along the overpasses and any underpasses. So that's about if the standard platform is around 600 feet, you get about like 20-25 cameras on each platform. If it's longer, it'll be about like 35 per platform. So I hope that clarifies the question.
Perfect. Thank you very much. I do want to remind everybody that this presentation is being recorded and that will be made available after the event as well. So if there was a friend or family or someone you know that wants to hear about the Connecticut DOT Network Infrastructure Upgrade Phase 4, they can have time to view it even after tonight's public information meeting. That'll be available online and you can access it. The easiest is to visit the website that we talked about, https://portal.ct.gov/DOT 300-215. There'll definitely be some information out there. I do want to take another opportunity to talk about the Civil Rights of Title VI Acts. Understanding no person shall, on the basis of race, color, or national origin, be excluded from participation or subject to discrimination in the development of this or any project that the Department of Transportation undertakes. That voluntary post-meeting survey, good information for us to gather. It's completely voluntary. Takes a couple of minutes to fill out. You can find that at https://portal.ct.gov/CTDOT survey. And, the information is appreciated. We have another question coming in. I'm going to read this one off here. Bethel just went through an expansion in 2017, 2018. There's a question before, I'll get to that in a second. As part of the expansion, cameras were installed and our IT department just updated the system. I am the town clerk and managing the parking. How will this affect the current cameras that are in the parking area that I can access from my desk? I believe Seamus, you're going to take that one and then we'll switch back for the other one.
Yeah, hi everybody, Seamus Flannery. There should be no impact to the existing cameras that the town of Bethel has for the parking lot. This project is just focusing on the platform areas, and there'll be no impact or connection to the parking lot cameras.
I also would like to take this note, town clerk from Bethel. Visit the website. I think the schematics are up there. It's broken down by town, so you can get an idea where those cameras are located. Very educational. You can also reach out to Seamus.Flannery@ct.gov after the meeting or before, during, if you have any additional questions on that aspect. I'm going to back up a second. I apologize. There was one that came in that I missed. Does anybody have a number of cameras for the Reading station?
So the
So-
Reading, so the Reading station has 10 cameras.
Perfect. And the gentleman or person who called that in, I would direct you to that website. They're all broken down on that website. You can kind of take a look at them, see where they are, see how the coverage is doing that. These are great questions coming in. We appreciate every question and comment. It just makes for a much better program and presentation in terms of the actual project that's going to be installed along the railways and in the state of Connecticut. Again, we're going to go back to question and answers. First, I just want to make sure that everyone remembers that recording this presentation will be posted after the live event. There will be closed captioning, including non-English translation options. They'll be available at that time. Again, I talked about the project webpage, https://portal.ct.gov/DOT 300-215. At this time, I'm going to pose another question that came in from us. It was, how is the data from the cameras to be secured? How will the data from the cameras, or how is the camera data secured? We want to handle that?
Hi, everybody. Seamus Flannery. I was having trouble muting myself there. Sorry. So how is the data from the camera secured? So the data is actually processed and managed by our rail partner, Metro North and MTA. This is a closed loop fiber optic network. So it is internal to their system.
Perfect. Thank you, Seamus. Great answers. We're getting a couple more questions coming in. That's excellent. Again, you can click on your chat function on the Zoom Q&A. You can call us in by phone 860-817-9246. Be sure to leave that voicemail and reference the project number DOT 300-215. Or by email. You can email seamus.flannery@ct.gov. Yeah, he's checking his emails during the live event, and we're monitoring that phone line. Or checking the Zoom for more questions, and we appreciate them all. Haven't said in a little while, but the project webpage, you're going to get a lot of information, and a lot of this information that I keep reiterating on this program, you can get that at https://portal.ct.gov/DOT 300-215. We got another question that's coming in right now. Will these cameras be capturing video of private property? Again, will the cameras be capturing video of private property?
Yeah, I could take that one too. Yeah, no, the intent of these cameras is just to focus on the platforms, the entryways, and points of interest on the platforms like ticket vending machines. That's all.
Great. Good comments, good feedback, good questions coming in from the general public. We appreciate the time you take out of your day to come and watch the presentation for the Connecticut DOT Network Infrastructure Upgrade Phase 4. I want to take this opportunity again to reiterate that we do have a post-meeting survey. Your input is important to the Connecticut Department of Transportation. That can be found at https://portal.ct.gov/CTDOT survey. That's the survey. The civil rights information for this, obviously we're very tuned into Title VI, your civil rights. No person on the basis of race, color, or national origin will be excluded from the participation or subject to discrimination in the development of this project. That information can be found at https://portal.ct.gov/DOT/business/office-of-VI-PAGE. 1 second, we got a couple more coming in here. Please explain how to find the YouTube video that will be posted later. Excellent question. And that's one for me, the moderator. There's a couple of ways. The best way is going to be, there'll be a link on the actual website, I believe. That's the best or easiest way you're going to get that on the webpage, portal.ct.gov/DOT 300-215. If it's unavailable there, you can reach out to Seamus, SEAMUS.FLANNERY@CT.gov. And there'll be a link on the webpage, or you can search on YouTube, Connecticut Department of Transportation. That's a great question. Next question coming in. We're bumping them down. Should there be a need for our local police enforcement to obtain a video from the cameras? What would be the procedure and/or who would they be able to obtain a video from? Let me read that again. I kind of jumbled it a little bit, and I want to make sure everyone heard it. Should there be a need for our local police enforcement to obtain video from the cameras, what would be the procedure and/or who would they be able to obtain video from? I think somebody from the department.
Yeah,
wants that one.
I could take that. Most of the police departments have contacts at the Office of Rail, our operations division. They could reach out to those contacts, and we could request copies of the footage from MTA. Alternatively, if the departments have contacts with the MTA directly, they could also request it from them.
Seamus, and I think that brings up another question of, is this footage kept for a certain period of time?
Yeah, I believe the current policy is 30-day retention.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for that question. Those are the questions we want to keep coming on this event. Again, the questions have been coming in, and we apologize if it seems a little delayed, but we are doing them by email, by phone, by chat. If you're on the YouTube live stream, you have to log into the chat, or you can get on the phone and call 860-817-9246. Just make sure to leave a voicemail and reference DOT Project 300-215. That's DOT 300-215. You can also email Seamus. He loves emails. SEAMUS.FLANNERY@CT.gov, and he'll be sure to get that answer to you. If we don't answer it live, we'll answer it next couple of weeks. At this time, I will remind everybody that questions will be taken for this project up to April 11th, 2024, a few weeks from now, but it gives plenty of time for people to digest what they've seen tonight, maybe peruse the website, that website, https://portal.ct.gov/DOT 300-215. They might want to watch that video. We mentioned that before. The answer to that video, you can search Department of Transportation, or you go to the website. There's going to be a link provided to that video for you. Got another question coming in. Will this project affect my train schedule? Will this project affect my train schedule? Anybody want to handle that?
Seamus Flannery again. I could take that one. No, we're not anticipating any impacts to commuters during this project. All of this work can be performed without impact.
Okay. Like I said, great answer, great questions. We want to keep those questions coming in. We want to make sure that anybody out there who has a question, concern, comment, is able to voice them. How do we do that? We have multiple avenues: email, phone, chat. They're up on the screen right now. If you're listening in, you don't have access to that screen. The email address again is SEAMUS.FLANNERY@CT.gov. By phone, you can dial 860-817-9246. Be sure to leave the voicemail and include the project number, DOT 300-215. That's for the network infrastructure upgrade, phase 4. Or you can put them in our chat, in our question and answer. We've been going through that, formulating them. If you have any other information that you need, you go to the project website. There's a ton of information there. It's broken down, as I mentioned earlier, by municipality or town, city, https://portal.ct.gov/DOT 300-215. We're coming up on the half hour right now. We are slowing down. I've got at least one more question that's come in that's being processed right now. So I'm going to answer that question, but I am going to look to see how many other questions we get, and see how long we're gonna run tonight. So question that's coming in right now, gentlemen, is will this project affect? Is there other construction in progress in the same area of this project? Is there other construction in progress in the same areas of this project? And I would imagine that's probably when the construction is going to happen. Who wants to handle that one?
Hi, everyone. Seamus Flannery. Yeah, the department is currently coordinating this project with the other projects in the areas. And currently we don't have any overlap anticipated right now between this project and the other department projects. We haven't identified any overlap.
Okay, that's a good question. So we're gonna wait. Our questions are slowing down, but that doesn't mean that we don't have information to provide. We at the DOT want to make sure that all of our public projects are vetted through a live, virtual, and a transparent process, and that's why we're here tonight for the virtual public information meeting for this project. A lot to digest with a small amount of time. But if you have questions, we answered a few of them tonight, but there's more than enough time between now and April 11th of 2024 to answer those questions. Just looking online just to give a documentation. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people, 6 or 7 people both on the live stream and on the attendees tonight. That means there's people that care about the project and we want to hear from you. I have a couple questions coming in. But before that, I do want to talk about that post-meeting survey. Very important if you could fill that out. There's some light demographics in there. You don't have to answer everything. It is voluntary, but the more information we can gather, the better the products that are prepared by the Connecticut Department of Transportation. Where is that post-meeting survey located? https://portal.ct.gov/CTDOT survey. Is there a place to find the link to the project information you mentioned? Is there a place to find that link? Good question. We're going to look at that. We have a couple of different links. Is there a place to find a link to the project information you mentioned? The project information, the best link you're going to have is the web page for this project. And that web page is as follows. I'm going to slow down my text to make sure everyone can. It's on the page right now. It's that https://portal.ct.gov/DOT 300-215. All questions from tonight will be in the transcript of this meeting. So anything that we answered tonight should be on the transcript. If it is not, you've got the email for Seamus, seamus.flannery@ct.gov. You can shoot him an email and he can get that any information that may be missing or is different, he can get to you right away on this project. Again, if you're looking at the slides, those are the three aspects, but they're the 2 aspects you want to look at is the website for information. We're slowing down on questions. I like to give everyone ample opportunity. Right now, we've got none in the queue, so we're going to give a little bit of time. You're going to have to listen to my voice for a little while longer. Hopefully, you don't mind. Civil rights information about this project. Where can I find civil rights information? We had the 2 slides earlier. You can go to https://portal.ct.gov/business/office-of-equity/vi-PAGE. Terms of, we'll take a look around, see if we've got, like I said, we have multiple aspects. So we're checking phone calls, we're looking at emails right now, we're looking at the Q&A in the Zoom meeting to make sure that we're answering all of the pertinent questions for this valuable and vital project for Connecticut's rail system. Looking in there, we can do that too as well. We might put, might add you to the link in the Q&A. Terms of that. So that email address, if there's somebody up there who can't see the email address for Seamus, he's the project manager for the project. He's got a lot of the information. If we've missed anything, which I don't think we have, I'm going to mention his email again, seamus.flannery@ct.gov. Recording of the presentation will be posted after the live event. Closed captioning, including non-English translation options, will be available at that time. I would mention it might not be immediately after. It might take a day or so for it to come up, but it'll be there. If you have concerns, you can always reach out to the phone, 860-817-9246. Just please be sure to leave a voicemail message and also include the DOT 300-215 project number in your comment or your voicemail. You can contact the webpage, or view the webpage. A lot of valuable information, and all of the information you see on the screen right now is on that webpage. That's https://portal/ct.gov/DOT 300-215. The time is currently 6:37. We're going to wait approximately another 5 to 10 minutes. If one comes in, it'll be 10. If another question doesn't come in, we may wrap a little bit early so everyone can get back to their evening. We're not doing that to hinder questions. Questions are going to be taken on this project up till April 11th. Questions can be submitted by email to seamus.flannery@ct.gov, by telephone 860-817-9246. Again, leave the voicemail, DOT 300-215 as the reference in your voicemail. For the next 5 to 10 minutes, you can tie into the Zoom Q&A, ask your question, and then if you need any of this information following this event, you can hit up the project website at https://portal.ct.gov/DOT 300-215. Okay, I do want to remind you the Zoom Q&A, since we're going to be coming to the end soon, the Zoom Q&A is only available during this live Q&A session. If after this live Q&A session, or if you're viewing this video after the fact, the only way you can comment up to April 11th when it's not live after tonight will be by the telephone, 860-817-9246. Leave a voicemail. The most important way is by email, seamus.flannery@ct.gov. He looks forward to your emails and comments on this project. Since we are slowly approaching the end of our time, and I don't see any other comments at this point or questions, concerns, doesn't mean there aren't any out there, but you want to get them on quickly. If you have them, I will make another plug for that voluntary post-meeting survey. It's very important we get feedback from the general public. https://portal.ct.gov/CT-DOT survey. That's where you'll find that. That's nice. It's 10 minutes out of your time tops. Fill it out, move it around. We did get a thank you from somebody online. I appreciate that. We try to be as clear and concise on these VPMs, what we call virtual public information meeting. VPIM is the acronym we use. We appreciate your time and your energy to come out tonight and meet with us. The time is 6:39. I was going to wait till 6:40. It's about 20 minutes before the hour, and then we do have a slide, obviously, too, as well, that we put up. We thank you, and we thank the general public for their comments, their concerns, their questions. I will go back one slide, so it ends on this. This is the biggest thing. If you have questions after today, we are taking it, and we value those questions and comments through April 11th, 2024. A few weeks. Again, contact the project webpage, look at it. A lot of valuable information, especially maybe your stop is in there. You can take a look. https://portal.ct.gov/DOT 300-215. The chat will be around for probably another 5 minutes, not even, but the phone number still exists, and so does the email. Let's get that email I got now, seamus.flannery@ct.gov, 860-817-9246. Leave the voicemail. Make sure you reference DOT 300-215. On behalf of the Connecticut Department of Transportation, I'd like to thank those users who viewed the event on YouTube Live, and I'd also like to thank the general public that viewed this event through the Zoom link. Hearing no other questions, seeing no other comments at this time, given the nod from the project manager, I'm going to say thank you again on behalf of the Department of Transportation. Enjoy your night, enjoy the rest of your evening. And if you have comments, you can make them up till April 11th, 2024. Thank you and good night.